Hi, welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a collective water reading. So if you have water placements um, anywhere in your chart, so be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, anywhere in your chart, or you know someone or care about someone, or you just want to get in touch with your emotional side. So it doesn't just necessarily have to be that you have those placements or you're dealing with someone with those placements. You might want to check this reading out. So this will just be overall energies. It won't be for the week. It'll be for August, okay, 2021. And see what's going on with the water energy within yourself, within others. How are you moving with it, so to speak, okay? Let's see. So please only take what resonates. If it's not your story or doesn't pertain to you or you don't feel connected to it, then just leave it. You know, take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay? Also, keep in mind, everything is subject to free will. Your free will, and anyone or anything you are energetically connected to is free will, as well as the will of the divine. No one is free from law of cause and effect. Okay, let's see. Also, so again, like this is just the week. I'm not open back up for personal readings until the 10th. So that'll be next week. I'll try to get all the elements out for these little overall energy readings, okay, this week. But if I'm not able to, I'm not able to, because I do have other stuff that I need to take care of this week as well, part of my vacation. I did have a great vacation. It was very refreshing, relaxing, very cleansing, very healing. So it was awesome. Thank you guys for your patience and all of your love and support. I really do appreciate it. So let's see what's going on. Show me the collective water energy, please. What's the collective water energy? What's going on for August 21 for the collective water energy? What's going on for that? Okay, west. The direction of west. So it talks about completion. I don't know if you can see that. So it's like the missing piece of the puzzle that brings in some form of stability. And that I feel what I'm getting with this is emotion. Right? If you can see that. It's allowing the heart, coming from a place of feeling from your heart, than just, I guess, over ruminating it in your mind. So it brings in some form of balance. So speaking from your heart about completing of a cycle or the release or purge or cleansing emotionally, physically, spiritually as well is going to be very, very important this month. We also have Cryon retrograding until the end of the year. So you might want to check out your Cryon placements, because that is the wounded healer. It talks about where your traumas are or things that you struggle with emotionally or any blockages as well. So find where that placement is and kind of study that and reflect on that. Maybe journaling will help as well this month. Okay. But this talks about the last piece of a puzzle. Or it doesn't have to be the last. It could be. But this can talk about the piece of the puzzle that you've been missing in order to bring something into full circle, to create some form of mental clarity, emotional stability, mental stability as well. I'm getting very strong understanding. Okay. Atoms building. So, also number 4. So 44 could be a particular important number for you. That's also a master number. I'm not quite sure which one, but I know it is a master number. So building, atoms. So it's breaking things down that were... It's like looking at the things of the smallest part. You're looking at the micro in order to understand the macro, right? The smallest parts so you can see and feel the bigger parts of yourself and of your wider environment. Okay, anything else for water energy, please, for a month of August? Lake, depth. Ooh, see? We got chills with that one. See this woman? Very scorpionic energy here, but it doesn't have to be. This talks about getting out of your head. And this is also 31, which breaks down, I don't know if you can see that. 31 that breaks down to 4. So 4, 4, 4. So you're being very protected as you do this deep dive into your waters of your emotions, the recesses of your mind, you know, the depth of your feelings, the depth of your understanding. Again, from the smallest micro parts from the microcosm to the macrocosm, right? It's not so much about it being an external process as it's going to be a very deeply internal, but you are very protective. 444, divinely, heavenly, heavy, or it's like divinely protected and guided for this to create stability within you. Anything else for my water signs, please? Okay, we have 2. We have volcanoes in reverse, power in reverse, and this is a 9 card. So we're not quite at the, let me turn it up so you can see it. Okay, so you're not quite at completion yet. It's like a simmer. There's a simmering power within you. And as you dive deeper into that, you'll understand where you've given your power away, where you've allowed others to do the same with you, and it's the balancing of that, okay? Then we also have, it's pressure, but it's in reverse. So, and this talks about transformation, right? See, we have the micro, that's the macro, right? Or vice versa. 26 breaks down to 8, so really going into the depths, the real deep, the infinity parts. It's deep meditation, it's deep reflection, it's deep feeling, therefore it's deep knowing. It's like, how do I explain this? Spirit, how do you want me to explain this? Cleansing, transmutation, transformation. It did come in the reverse. But remember, don't give your power away during your transformation. But don't try to overpower others. There's a balance here, okay? You don't want to misuse your proper power. You don't want to allow others to mistreat you by overextending their power. You know, there's a balance here. How do you do that? Proper boundaries, acknowledgement, acceptance, deep healing, shadow work, deep transformation, deep feeling that brings into that depth of knowing. It's like, in some belief systems, they believe that the exhale of the divine, the exaltation, or when you breathe out is where creation, right? And when you breathe in is the contraction, so it's a transformation or the destruction of. I feel with this is like what if the divine is like a deep feeling, a deep, instead of it being like the om, it's the feeling of the om, if that makes sense, your meditation. So you might want to try some type of transcendental meditation, listening to music, yoga, what is it, like Tai Chi, Qigong, there's another one too, it's like Wing Chun, it's body, it's the dance of life, the flow, the ebb and flow, the in, breathing in, and the exhale, the breathing out. It's allowing things to transverse through you, if that makes sense, like to pass through you, okay? You're releasing pressure as well, but understand that diamonds are made under pressure, right? But also it's releasing an expectation to allow transformation to come in. Just keep in mind, don't give your power away, okay? But don't abuse your power either. There's a balance. That's the key. It's a balance. And as you dig and dive really, really deep, you're going to find that hidden fire within you, water energy, collective water, okay? It's a deep feeling that leads to the deep understanding. I quote this saying all the time. But it's so true, and I feel this especially right now. It says, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people, by Carl Jung. He was a depth psychologist, and he was very much into studying the mystical arts and the mystical mysteries. So you might want to look into that. That's something you're interested in. It's like basically walking through the corridors of your own emotional depth, walking through the corridors through your own psyche. Okay, allowing it to come and go, to free flow, ebb and flow, back and forth, in and out, right? Not taking things as personal as well. But just be mindful, transforming your power, right? There's a transformation of power. How do you wield it? How do you use it? How do you reflect upon it? What do you feel about that depth? So as you dive deeper, you're going to uncover that you've always had the power within you to transform what it is that you want. Yes, there's sometimes pressure. Sometimes that can be very, very uncomfortable. But in order to get to another level of understanding or even of existence, we must go through some form of pressure. Nothing grows inside of its comfort zone, right? There's this saying, and I can't remember who says it, but it goes something to the effect of, when the pain of not changing outweighs the pain of change, that's when people change. You can't control anybody else. You can only control yourself. So it's allowing and accepting, staying on your side of the street, clean up your lane, staying in your lane, focusing on self, really, really digging very deep here. Okay, anything else? What's the relationship between completion and building? So it's like coming to completion to allow the rebuilding. But remember the transformation process. It is a process. It does take time. It doesn't happen overnight. You will be transforming and healing and changing throughout your entire lifetime and over many lifetimes, over aeons of time. Some of you might be life path number 9s as well, and you're here to complete, to allow things to close out, to forgive, to let go, to be of service but not a servant. So keep that in mind. Also find out your life path number. I think it's like by adding up your birthday number, like your date, like if it's, let's say, January 1st, so 1/1, let's say 1987. So 1987, you add all those numbers up, and if it's a double-digit number, you add that together to get a single digit. If it's 11, 22, 33, or 44, those are master numbers. You don't break those down. So, but you can also just Google like a free life path number calculator on Google or whatever. What's that relationship between? Okay. We have expansion, yeah. Air, motion in reverse. So, with this expansion, so following your north node or your true north, so to speak, is between completion here and building, right? Is the expansion of the awareness. So right now you may not be moving so much or moving so fast. We also have 22, okay, which is in reverse. This talks about self-mastery. Right now you're being asked to self-master you, your emotions, your thought process, your traumas, the depths of who you are, to find your hidden gems of power and transformation, to allow that to happen. As you dive deeper, it will be uncomfortable. Nevertheless, it's very much necessary in order to have this true expansion. Okay, right now there's not a lot of movement, and that's okay, because right now you're not asked to move out. You're being asked to move in, right? You're not being asked to move out. You're asked to move in, inward, in, okay? Be mindful of your communications too, right? Be mindful of what you say and how you say it, because it matters, right? I see, this is like a lady. I don't know if you can see that. Where's my pencil? There's a lady here. Hold on. There's a lady. If you can see it. There's a lady in this little boat, right? And this is like navigation. Where is the next thing you're going to go, right? And it's not about going outward to expand out. It's about going inward into the depths here, okay? To discover who you really are. What is your purpose for, what is your mission, your purpose, your promise to humanity, whatever that is. It doesn't mean you have to be a servant to people, because there's times and places where you don't know that person's path. You don't know if this is the path for them. But you do have a promise to fulfill to humanity, whatever that is. Only you will know as you go to the depths here. But you're being asked to, instead of trying to expand out, to expand inward. Right? As within, so without. As above, so below. Right? Okay, what's the relationship between building and depth? So magnetism, attraction. You're going to see that something from your childhood here, and this is also 37 breaks down to a number of 10 of completion. There's childhood traumas. Okay, you're going to go within and realize you have been attracting things, bringing things to you to heal the inner child wounds. Your inner child is asking you to, in your depths of emotions and feelings, to understand it, to hold it, to be present in the moment, to reparent yourself, is what you're being asked and called to do at this time. This will be for some, not for all, okay? How you are is what you attract. Even, there's another saying, and I'm not going to get it right, and I can't remember who said it either. When you are operating from an unconscious state, which is your subconscious, your inner child, is like a constant sponge, a constant recording device. It records and knows everything that has ever happened to you, everything you've ever done, not done, said, not said, everything around you, even like just, I don't know, like this rock right here, right? This crystal right here. Even that is being logged by your subconscious, your inner child. So this is talking about going all the way back to the beginning, all the way to the depths to meet your inner child. Why it is you are attracting certain circumstances or situations in certain areas in order for you to heal them. Now, as a child, it's not your fault. Number one, let me just say that it's not your fault, whatever did or didn't happen. Okay? Nevertheless, as an adult, it is your responsibility to care for the inner child, to care for yourself, to heal that. It is your responsibility to heal that. Because if you don't, and that is your choice, nevertheless, if you choose not to, you will act from an unconscious place. You will literally attract and act from an unconscious place of an inner child that is screaming for you to see this inner child, to meet your inner child, to mother and father your inner child, to care for this inner child. And you will do this in a set. You will attract people to trigger, basically, to trigger that inner wound until you've dealt with it, until you dive to the depth. And when you see that the universe is within you in your depths, the depths brings you to your inner child, which is looking at the universe that is within you and within everyone. You're the only one that can do this for yourself. You cannot do this for anyone else. You're the only one that can do this for you. And as you heal and as you address these things, you see the universe within yourself and others. You see the divine within yourself and others. You can forgive. You have compassion. That doesn't mean you have to forgive. Okay? This is protection. So this is like the mother, right? The mother. Okay? 8 again. So we got 8 and 8 here. This is the mother. This is the egg. She protection of the cave, protecting of the inner child here in the depths. Your inner child is asking you to go to the depths of who you are, of your being, and protect this inner child, comfort, heal, love on this inner child. Anything else, please? That's too many, Spirit. To allow this transformation to take hold. And just know that there's times where you will fall. You will stumble. As long as you keep checking in with yourself and coming back. Okay? You need to protect what it is that you're attracting, but you also, more importantly, need to protect your inner child and care for that inner child. Allow that inner child to be seen, heard, felt, played, allowed to play. Okay. We also have, now we have the mystery of dark matter. We have the transformation. Now we have the transformation. Before we didn't, because we didn't want to accept the conflict or the catalyst, the shaking. Sometimes things need to fall apart so they can fall back in right order. Right? So they can be shifted, right? So before we weren't accepting our power, or we were giving away a fear of the transformation or fear of the pressure here. Now we have it, 11. Okay, that's a master number of intuition and humanitarian of empathy. So here we have, says mystery and dark matter. So you are protecting the mysteries within yourself, but you are allowing the transformation to take hold. Okay, you intuitively, or if you feel like you're being called to do so. Okay. Bravery, yeah, the oceans, the feeling, the depth. Okay, balancing this out of your emotional world. It takes great courage. And then you have wind, or change and wind, braving the change. Okay, allowing the wind to take you, allowing the winds of change to come in as you deal and dive deep into the oceans of who you are with great courage and bravery. Okay. Then you can manifest, right? Manifesting properly, working with the universe instead of trying to work against it. There's a call to surrender. It's a call to let go of control of the things. It's letting go of control of the things you cannot change, changing the things that you can. The wisdom to know the difference. The serenity prayer. This is the serenity prayer. I see it right here. Some of you might be dealing with some form of addiction. And addictions don't have to be drugs and alcohol. Or gambling or sex. They can actually be addicted to problematic people because they reflect the chaos that we saw as a child, that we carry within us, that is crying out to be held, that is crying out to be healed, right? Okay. There's richness and power in your water, okay, in those sweet waters, but also getting to the depths of the muddy water. How is it that a lotus blooms? It pushes itself through the mud, through the mucky, muddy waters to reach the sun. Right? And it's okay. So you are very powerful manifestors. There's changing in how you manifest as you go through this process of healing, which is very profound and very deep, if you allow it to be so. All right, let's see. Anything else for the water, please? The water, collective water energy, collective water. Love. True love and fidelity. So as you are unlocking your heart with proper boundaries, not barriers, okay, mind you, you're finding a depth of self-love, of you're actually loving yourself. You're being loyal to self, to take care of your inner child, never abandoning your inner child ever again, right? And as you are faithful to yourself, you are faithful to your truth, you are faithful to your process, your mission, your purpose, your promise to humanity. As you do that with self-love, self-care, and self-respect, and as you do that for others, you attract that to you. Okay? Anything else for my water signs, please? The key. What I tell you, the key. Locked doors can now be opened. You're unlocking your heart. You're unlocking your heart to meet yourself. You've always had the key. And you've always had the heart to do this. Now you are starting, you will be starting to, and it can go past August. There's no timeline for healing, right? There's no end destination. You've done this for aeons. You've done this for many lifetimes. Many of you are very old, ancient beings. But you are now coming to the realization of that. You're unlocking your heart to allow yourself to live and be free and to love again, to love yourself, to heal all those wounds. Okay? That's really deep. That's really, really deep. Okay, anything else for my water collective, please? The moon. You will be guided through darkness. Exactly. You're not alone. You will be guided by your ancestors, by all your many lives all your aeons of time and lives that you have lived previously, if that's what you believe. Okay? The moon, your ancestors, your intuition, your emotions are guiding you from a place of deep knowing. You will be guided through darkness. You already have the keys. You will be protected as well. Okay? Let's see. Anything else? I think that's beautiful. Let's see anything from the tarot. Only you, though, can accept that. Only you can accept that healing. Only you can do that work. No one can do it for you. And it's no one else's responsibility but yours. Right? As you heal yourself, you heal a part of the collective. The part of the all soul, the one soul. Right? Anything in the tarot from the water, the collective of water, please. Anything for the collective of water. You're not alone. This says, I walk with you. See, it's like this, the two people, but they're together in the cold. And this is saying, I walk with you. I've always been with you. I will walk with you. You don't have to walk this alone. And this is your higher self, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your inner child. You were saying this to your ancestors, to your inner child, I walk with you. And they are saying that and affirming in you that they do the same with you. Anything else, please, for the collective of water? Yeah. You're seeing where maybe you were indecisive and now you're making a very clear decision about it, what it is that is your path. You're letting go of choppy waters. Okay, you're letting it go. Not because you're letting it go for the sake of letting it go. No, because you're divinely called to do so. Because you're healing. Okay? Because you have truth. And clarity and understanding. It's where the depth of feeling becomes the depth of knowing and understanding what it is you are here to do. Okay? Alright, let me get you an oracle card. I'm going to wrap it up. So next week I will be back doing the weekly readings per sign, okay? Let's see. Any other, any guidance please for the collective of the water? Collective of water, please. Okay, so you have 2. We have 42. I feel like this is about home. And then you have 3. Home is where the heart is with the emotions. You see it, you got these ducks, right? And the little baby ducks. And then you have the home, right? And home can be anywhere, right? Okay, so we got 6 and 3. And earlier we had a 9. So 3, 6, 9 might be really important for you. Hold on, let me get the book. I'm going to read these to you. Let me get the book. 1 second. Okay. We'll read 42 first. I'm really bad pronouncing these words. So increase. This is I. Increase. Above wind, below thunder. Wind moves the thunder. Cooperation brings increase. The wind piles thunderclouds upon each other, increasing the storm's strength and moving it across the sky. Without the wind above, thunder's energy would dissipate. In the same way, the people are strengthened when those above act on their behalf, with no thought of their own ambition. This leads to a time of increased prosperity and progress, when difficult problems can be faced together and overcome. You do not walk alone, is what I just heard. We walk with you. Oh, man, that got me. That's about made me cry. That's deep. That's really deep, you guys. That's beautiful. Shun. Okay. This is difficulty at the beginning, above water, below thunder as well. Water above thunder, the storm relieves tension. Thunder clouds release rain that ceases tension caused by chaos or confusion. As a new undertaking begins, it sometimes takes a release of pent-up stress to push on to the next step. Thunder can't hold water above it. The rain must fall. In the storm's aftermath, new clarity will emerge. So I feel like a very intense cleansing, crying session is probably in order. I do feel like there might be some shakeups over the month, possibly even of August or past that as well. But allow the strength. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. What is coming to completion? Allow your emotions to come up. Allow them to be released. Allow it. Cry it out. Seriously, cry it out. Release it. Get into some body of water. Cleanse. All that stuff. Allow yourself to purge from your heart. Like, get the ugly cry on. Seriously. It will help you immensely. Male or female does not matter. It will do great benefit to you to allow yourself to release. Winds of change are here. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to be transformed. Don't fight it. You can if you wish. It makes it far more difficult. I know from personal experience. Far more difficult, far more painful than what it actually needs to be. It's difficult. It's not easy. It's very uncomfortable. But remember, you're growing. The universe, the divine, God, Buddha, Allah, whatever it is that you believe, higher power of any kind, it isn't to punish you. It is to propel you if you allow it. Right? Okay, water. Collective of water energy. I really appreciate you guys so much. Truly, I will be back with weeklies next week. And for personal readings as well. I'll have the information below, but remember, I won't be available for that until the 10th, okay? So, take care of yourself. Until next time. Bye.